Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll tackle another medium level problem on Leetcode, longest substring without repeating characters, Leetcode 3. This is one of the classic problems to help you understand the sliding window technique. Also, this problem is part of Blind 75, a curated list of essential coding interview questions. You can find the full list linked in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Now to the problem. In this problem, we are given a string s and we need to find the length of the longest substring without duplicate characters. A substring is a contiguous sequence of characters, and in this problem, all characters within the substring must be unique. For example, here for the given string, one of the longest substring with no repeating character will be ABC, and if we try to increase the length and take the substring like ABCA, then A becomes duplicate. So this substring is invalid. Therefore, the longest substring we can form is ABC, and we simply return its length, which is 3. Then in example 2, for the given string, the longest substring we can form without duplicate characters is B, which has length 1, as all other characters are duplicate. Now in terms of solution, one of the naive approach can be that we generate all possible substrings of the input string by using two nested loops. For each starting index I, we iterate through all possible ending indices and extract the substring. For example, starting with A, we generate substrings like A, AB, ABC, and so on. And then starting with B, we generate the substrings like B, BC, BCA, and so on for all the characters in the string. And for each substring, we check whether all characters in it are unique. And to do this efficiently, we can use a data structure like set as checking for membership or existence of the element, and inserting an element into it takes constant time. And if the substring contains all unique characters, we check its length and update the maximum length if the current length is larger than the previously recorded value. Now, even though this approach works, the time complexity of this approach will be O of n cube, because generating all substring involves two nested loops, resulting in time complexity of O of n square. And checking the uniqueness of each substring takes O of n time, where we perform the set based operations. Hence, the overall time complexity will be O of n cube, and the space complexity will be O of n, as we use set for checking duplicate characters in the given substring, which in the worst case can grow up to the length of the input string. Now the problem with the brute force approach is that we are generating all possible substrings and repeatedly checking if they contain the duplicate characters. For example, here for substring starting with A, we eventually reach the substring ABC, and after this point, adding any other character like A, B or C results in duplicates. For example, ABCA has two A's, or ABCAB has two A's and two B's, and so on. So once we start having these duplicate characters, do we really need to check these remaining substrings starting with A? Similarly, the same issue arises for substrings starting with other letters. So a better approach is to think of a substring as a window within the original string, where all the characters are non-duplicate. In general, for any sliding window problem, a window will be a part of a string or array that satisfies a specific validity condition. And this window is generally represented by two pointers or two ends, left pointer, which marks the beginning of the window, and right pointer marks the end of the window, which corresponds to the current character being processed. Initially, both left and right pointers start at the beginning of the string. At this stage, the window is valid because it contains just one character, which is A here, and a single character cannot be a duplicate. And now, since the window is valid, we aim to extend it in search of the largest possible valid window, or the longest substring here. To do this, we extend the window to the right and process the next character, which is B. And now we need to check if this window is still valid. That is, we need to verify if B is not a duplicate. But how do we verify that? Similar to the brute force approach, we can use a hash set for faster lookups. Let's call it scene, and it will store all the characters within the current window. At this point, it will contain the character A. And when we see B, since B is not present in scene, B is not a duplicate. So we add B as well and extend the window to include B. Now the length of the window becomes 2 since it contains the characters A and B. And how do we calculate the window size? It can be done using the formula right minus left plus 1. Here right is 1, left is 0, and we add 1 to it, so that's why the window size is 2. And the plus 1 is necessary here because the values of left and right include both ends of the substring and string indices are 0 based. Hence we have this formula. So the length of this window will be 2. Next, we try to extend the window further and encounter character C, which is also not a duplicate as it is not part of the set. So we add it to the set and expand the window to include it. And now the length of the window becomes 3, which is more than the previous value. So we increment the length of the longest window we have seen so far to 3, and we move the right pointer forward where we encounter character A, which is a duplicate because A is already present in the set representing the current window. So if we add it, the window will become invalid because now it will contain duplicate A's. So to restore validity, we shrink the window by contracting it at the left pointer. So we will move the left pointer forward, and if we move this left pointer forward, we will get rid of this A. So we remove this A from the set, and now the window has elements B and C, and it is valid again. So after this, we can add this new A to the set, which keeps the window valid, and the length of this window is also 3, where we get a substring BCA with all 3 distinct characters. Sliding further, next character we encounter is B, but B is already present in the window, which we can check by doing a quick lookup on the set. So we cannot add it to the window yet. First, we need to make the window valid by shrinking it at the left pointer. The left pointer points to character B, and when we shrink it, this B will be out of window. So we remove it from the set, and now we can include this B into the window. So we add this new B to the set. So now the substring we get is CAB, and the length of this window remains 3. Next character we see is C, and since C is already part of the window, as it is present in the set, we shrink the window again, where we get rid of this C and add back this new C, ensuring valid substring ABC, and the window size remains 3. Next we process character B, which will make the window invalid. So to restore validity, we shrink the window by contracting it at left, where we get rid of this character A since it is out of the window, but the window is still not valid because B is still present. So we shrink the window further, and now we get rid of this B, and the window is valid again. So we can add this new B to the set, creating a valid window of size 2 with characters C and B, which is smaller than the window size of 3 we have seen so far. So we ignore it as the answer and continue to process the next B, which will make the window invalid. So following the same procedure, we will shrink the window by removing this C, but the window is still invalid. So we shrink the window further and remove this B, and now the window is valid again, where we can add this B, resulting in valid window of size 1, and again move the right pointer forward. And now the right pointer has gone out of bounds, indicating that we have processed all characters in the string. And throughout the iteration, with this sliding window process, the maximum length of the substring without duplicate characters remain 3, and this corresponds to strings like ABC, BCA, or CAB. And now the time complexity of this approach is O of n, where n is the length of the string. Since the right pointer iterates linearly over the string, processing each character exactly once, and the left pointer moves forward only when the duplicates are encountered. Together this ensures linear runtime, and the space complexity of this approach will be O of m, where m is number of distinct or unique characters in the string. As we store these characters in the hash set to manage the current valid window. In practical scenario, m is bounded by the character set being considered. For example, here it is English letters, digits, and special characters. Here is a quick code walkthrough of the algorithm we just talked about, with Java code on left and Python on right. First, let's create a set called scene to store characters currently within our sliding window. Next, let's define the left pointer, initially set to 0, marking the beginning of our current window. Let's also initialize answer to 0, which will store the maximum length of the non-repeating substring found so far. Next, we will iterate through the string using the right pointer, which expands our current window to the right. Now, if the character at the right pointer is a duplicate, that is, it is already present in scene, it indicates that the current window has become invalid. So to restore validity, we shrink the window by removing characters starting from the left and move the left pointer forward, and repeat this process until the duplicate character is no longer in the set. This effectively shrinks the window from the left until it becomes valid again. Now, once we ensure that there are no duplicates, we add the current character at right to the scene set and calculate current window's length using the formula right minus left plus 1, and update the answer to be the maximum of its current value and this new window length. This ensures answer always holds the longest valid substring found so far. And after iterating over all characters, we return the maximum length recorded in answer. So that's all for this video. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Your support helps me create more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.